These are my 3 audience members, all over the age of 16.
Hi, I am Crystal Johnson, and this is Transitioning to Eating Vegetarian. Did you know that an average family of 4 will eat 892 pounds of meat per year? Obviously, that's a lot, and it could be 385 pounds of chicken, 232 pounds of beef, and a lot of people just aren't okay with that. There are tons of people all over the world, vegetarian, in our country and all over the world, that are choosing to become vegetarian. And there are many different types of vegetarian. It's someone that doesn't eat meat, but it can also be a flexitarian, which is someone that eats meat occasionally, or vegan, someone that only eats it or doesn't eat any animal products at all. And I'll be talking to you today about how to transition to being vegetarian. My main points are to change your perspective on meals and meat, and eating more pasta and soups, and also adding more protein to your diets. So to change how you think, what do you think of when you picture a meal? You probably think of like some steak or chicken with like veggies and bread on the side. But obviously that wouldn't work for a vegetarian diet because they don't eat meat. So instead of the meat portion, maybe think of types of fruit like apples, watermelon, kale, bananas, whatever. And it also helps to think of the fact that you're 31% less likely to suffer from a heart condition when you switch to a plant-based diet. And also, it's not good to just quit cold turkey, pun intended, when you're becoming vegetarian. It's best to set rules for yourself at the beginning, like I'll eat vegetarian at home, and in restaurants I'll eat meat, and then as you go along, maybe I'll eat vegan at home and I'll eat vegetarian out in public and at friend's house. And that really helps along your vegetarian journey. So then, one thing that also helps to changing your mindset is to eat more soups and pasta, because it helps the way you think, obviously, because it's just one solid meal. It's not 3 different pieces. And it doesn't need meat in it. Obviously, you can have chicken or bits of steak, but they're not really necessary for it. It can be excluded out of the meal altogether by having meat alternatives or putting vegetables in there like broccoli or cauliflower or carrots. All those really help. And it usually only takes 10 minutes to half an hour tops to prepare soup or vegetables, and it's really easy to prepare for a whole family or a whole group of people or just one person. So soups and pastas are very good for vegetarians. And another thing that's very important to eating more vegetarian is to remember that protein is important. It's very important because protein makes up a lot of our body. Our hair and our nails are made of protein. We get a lot of our support and our energy from it. And without it, we could start suffering severe digestive issues or muscle contractions. In severe cases where they go for a long periods of time without it, you can even start to get muscle loss or bone reduction, and obviously that's not healthy at all. So luckily though, there are several alternatives to protein. There's beans, there are eggs and edamame and lots of things like that. Beans are a great source of protein for vegetarians and vegans because they're a plant product and they are 25% made of protein, which is a lot more than any other plant product. Eggs though, while they are a good source of protein, many won't eat them because they come from animals and they don't consider it ethical. I'm fine with them, but that's just me. So then there's edamame, which is a very good source of protein as well, because it is 1.5 cups of edamame is equal to 4 ounces of shrimp, which is a lot. Edamame is an Asian soybean plant that can be steamed and boiled and salted, and it's very tasty for the whole family. So just be sure to add a lot of protein to your diet, and be sure to, you know, just change up your mindset in conclusion, and be sure to have lots of grain alternatives like soups and pastas, and add protein to your diet. So thank you.